Okay, everybody out there, Dr. Dan Yachter here of Elevation Health, and I am about to go live on WTLN 9:50 a.m. Actually, we're going to record a program, and it will be live on Saturday, 11 to 12. If you want to tune in to 9:50 a.m. And also, it is 94.9 FM. Saturday, 11 to 12. And but you guys are going to listen to it. I figured while I'm recording it, you guys can listen to the program as well, watch the program. And that's what I'm going to go ahead and start right now. I'm on the radio, or I'm at the radio right now. I'm in the studio. And Pete's going to go ahead and kick off the program for me. We're going to go ahead and record for 25 minutes. And stay with us. You're going to learn about energy, thyroid issues. You're going to learn about the upcoming workshop, the high energy nutrition workshop and thyroid health workshop that's coming up in March 18th. So we're going to go ahead and dive in, jump into the program, and you guys are just going to be able to kind of eavesdrop and watch drop while I'm recording here. So thanks for being on, all those who are joining us now and who are going to be coming on this Facebook Live. So Pete, go ahead and do a countdown.
And 3, 2, and 1.
Hello, this is Dr. Dan Yachter of Elevation Health. Am I supposed to hear myself here? Hello, yeah, there we go. Okay, I could hear.
Sorry, restart.
I can hear me now. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hello, this is Dr. Dan Yachter of Elevation Health, and I am with you today to bring you information on energy. The number one health complaint that we have in our office is lack of energy or fatigue. And what do people do to deal with that lack of energy or fatigue, especially if they have to get up in the morning and get to a job, or they have children, or they have other big responsibilities like that, and they have to show up whether they have energy or not. What do people do? People do what? They grab for as much caffeine as they possibly can pipe into their bodies, whether it's through their mouth or IV or however they need to get it in. This is what people are doing. So what we're going to talk about is not only high energy nutrition, but thyroid health, which has to do with energy. We have a workshop coming up March 18th, high energy nutrition and thyroid health. It's going to be at the Lake Mary Event Center on the 18th of March, 6:30 p.m. But I wanted to go ahead and just really give you a lot of great information during the 25 minutes that I'm going to be speaking with you. And we know, again, just circling back to what I opened up with here, it's the number one clinical complaint, low energy or fatigue. And because of this issue, Americans are turning to artificial energy stimulants more than ever before. So the question you want to ask yourself is this: can I make it through not even one day? Can I make it through one morning without a cup of coffee? And it's not just coffee, just some type of stimulant, caffeinated beverage. Is it possible for me to make it through one day? How about a week? Does that scare anybody that, if someone said, I'm going to take your energy stimulants, I'm going to take your coffee away from you, I'm going to take whatever it is that is your energy crutch, I'm going to take it away from you, how would that make you feel? What would that make you think? Right away, most people would start panicking and think, there's no way. There's no way that I'm going to be able to make it through, let alone the first day, maybe the first hour of the day. So this is something to think about, because Americans, tens of millions of Americans, not only adults, children as well, are turning to artificial energy stimulants more than ever before. Unfortunately, these can be dangerous and ultimately deadly. And we're not going to beat up on coffee. Really, coffee is a healthy beverage, and if you really look at it, especially if it's organic, it's just that if it's abused, if you're drinking a pot a day, you're probably going to be getting too much caffeine. But there are tremendous benefits in coffee, minerals, and whatnot. But the problem is, if you're using it as a crutch, if you can't live without it because of the stimulatory effect of it, then you got a problem. And if you're bringing too much of it in, you're going to burn organs out. But the real problems, the real big problems, come in the form of these energy drinks. The FDA incident reports link deaths to high energy drinks, 5-hour energy shots, monster shots, Rockstar drinks. these are far and beyond what coffee gives you. So it's not so much about coffee or giving up coffee. It's just a matter of, number one, examining the fact, do I need something artificial to get going in the day, keeping up with the day, keeping up with life? And the thought of not having access to whether it's coffee or my 5-hour, my Rockstar, or whatever it may be, does that scare me? Does that give me anxiety that I would have to give that up for any length of time? But getting back to things like Monster and Rockstar drinks, these things have far more, 5, 6, 7 times the amount of caffeine than coffee. They are very dangerous, and in fact are deadly. The first death associated with the 5-hour energy shots happened in December 2009, and now there are allegedly 13 consumers have died after consuming a 5-hour energy drink. And in fact, that's an old number. That number actually is a few years old. That number is probably way above and beyond 2025. And again, most of the time, these deaths are not reported, or if the person goes to the hospital, they're typically, it's not put on the death certificate, died from a 5-hour energy drink. It's somewhat tough, I would think, to determine that. However, the side effects of these artificial energy stimulant drinks range from vertigo, anxiety, nausea, at the mild end, and to the serious end of things, seizures, brain hemorrhages, and heart attacks at the acute end. The Monster brand drink is associated with 5 fatalities and around 35 adverse side effect reactions. The Rockstar brand is not only linked with, it's not linked with any deaths, but 13 incidents of harmful effects. And they come in, these drinks come in, they range from a size of 5 ounces as big as 16 ounces. It means the caffeine content is between 3 and 5 times greater than a normal 12-ounce soda drink. The full-strength 5-hour energy drinks are not labeled with the caffeine content, but consumer test reports put it at 215 milligrams in every 2-ounce bottle. 215 milligrams. So someone, I know people who take these things down, these 5-hour drinks. Sometimes I know people who've done 3, 4, 5 of these things in a day. You're getting a gram or more of caffeine going into your body, along with all the artificial garbage that's in those things that not only can affect your heart, but you could kill an elephant with a gram of caffeine inside of a 8, 9, 10 hour period of time. That's insane. And now if you're putting that in a child's body or a teenager's body, it's even more harmful, and more, the adverse event can be even more serious, including death, because, again, they're smaller, the body weight, the dosing effect, almost like a pharmaceutical, it's going to be much more toxic and much more harmful. To put this into perspective, remember that a McDonald's 16-ounce serving of coffee contains around 145 milligrams of caffeine. So we just talked about a 2-ounce bottle of 5-hour energy drink, 215 milligrams. So it's almost like 80, 70, 80, 90, up to 100 milligrams more in 2 ounces than in 16 ounces of coffee. So again, we're not talking about necessarily coffee. We're talking about the caffeine concentration and what it can do to the body, about equal to the Rockstar Monster Browns. In Starbucks, the Grande serving of their best-selling variety, non-espresso, will give you 330 milligrams on average, but can get as high as 564 milligrams. This may seem extreme, but it's still only the equivalent of 2 smaller servings of 5-hour energy. So this is insane. So again, the whole purpose of the conversation, a lot of you guys, we have people who are watching Facebook Live. Many of you guys will be listening here only. But nonetheless, one of the things that you definitely want to consider, because we're going to be giving strategies, natural energy producing strategies. We're going to be talking about where energy comes from in the body. We're going to be talking about the thyroid, the adrenals, energy glands. You want to learn about this stuff. We're going to be teaching it March 18th, 6:30 p.m. at the Lake Mary Event Center. I'll be teaching it, yours truly, Dr. Dan Yachter of Elevation Health, March 18th. And these are things that you want to know. You want to know how harmful these drinks can be, And again, who would not want to skip the brain seizures and the hemorrhages and the heart attacks and all the things that come along with just jacking your body up with not only massive amounts of caffeine every day, but it's really the harmful stuff comes in the form of these drinks, the Monster and the 5 Hours and the Rock Stars and all of these other, there's so many brands today that have these harmful things in it. And also, of course, the flavorings and the colorings and all the tons of sugar in there. There are ways to generate natural levels of energy. And again, I'm a coffee drinker, but you know what? I can go weeks. In fact, just last month, I went the whole entire month with drinking hardly any coffee. I went actually a couple of weeks with drinking zero coffee, and I just kind of lost the taste. My palate wasn't there, but when it came back, I brought the coffee back in because I enjoy drinking coffee. I don't put a bunch of creamers and sugar and stuff like that in it, but I know I can do without it. I can get up and tackle my day and go a full day without coffee, without stimulants, and be just fine. Go 12 hours and come home and run around with my kids and all of that stuff. And I don't need to artificially jack my body up. I drink coffee because I do enjoy it. I like it. I know there are health benefits. I call it a functional health beverage, but I'm not reliant upon it. And that's the real danger, is when you become reliant upon it, when your body and your brain can't focus, when you can't hold a conversation until you jack your body up and drive a bunch of caffeine into your bloodstream. That's a problem. That's a sign of physical health fatigue. So again, the body always knows the right thing to do when given a chance, along with the right resources. And again, at the March Energizing Nutrition Workshop, Thyroid Health, we're going to be talking about as well. You're going to learn how to build a huge energy reserve so you can live a high quality life. Every cell of the human body requires abundant energy to function normally. We're going to show you how to do that. Again, there's nothing wrong with drinking healthy forms of, whether it's coffee or cappuccino, an espresso, whatever the case may be, watching out for these dangerous energy drinks. But again, not to be reliant upon it and not to be having to drink so much of it where you're really creating a massive imbalance. So come out. The workshop's going to be, again, March 18th, 6:30 p.m. at the Lake Mary Event Center, Energizing Nutrition and Thyroid Health Workshop. And again, you guys already know the number one health complaint today, the number one clinical complaint across the board, just about every patient who walks through the front door has this along with their other symptoms: low energy, no energy, fatigue, lethargy. And this is a huge problem in our community and beyond. People are dealing with this. Children are dealing with this. Not just adults, it's children. Many times it's due to a malfunctioning of the thyroid or the adrenals, energy glands in the body. Over 30 million people today are currently taking thyroid medications. And a lot of it does not have to do with the thyroid. You're misdiagnosed. Many times it has to do with the adrenals. Many times it has to do with the nerve system being interfered with. Many times it has to do with an imbalance elsewhere, and the doctor's not getting to the cause of the issue because they're either not testing properly or they're providing you with incomplete testing. And that's another thing we're going to be talking about, not guessing, but testing and then retesting. But it's not just testing, it's having the right testing and complete testing. So we're going to talk about that at the workshop as well. But again, it's not about, and again, this is a definite sign of a health issue, of an imbalance, of cellular dysfunction, is if your body cannot generate energy on its own. There's nothing wrong with drinking coffee. You don't have to apologize for drinking coffee. I get patients who apologize, and I'm like, coffee's great. I drink coffee. Nothing wrong with it. But when you become reliant upon it to drive you through your day, just to get through the day, then that's a problem, a major indicator that there is a cellular issue, a physiological imbalance. Energy drinks only give your body a temporary energy jolt, but eventually burns out organs like your thyroid, your adrenals, and certainly your heart. You're endangering your heart. If you cannot function on your own without these crutches, without these caffeinated beverages, foods, beverages, or what have you, then you have an issue. Most energy, again, we talked about this for the last 10 minutes, most of these energy drinks have very serious side effects, including stroke, heart attack, and death. several reports regarding death. Rockstar, Red Bull, Burn, Monster, Full Throttle, 5 Hour. These are the ones that we're talking about. These are dangerous when you take shortcuts. The documented side effects, again, just to repeat, the documented side effects of these drinks for you or many of your children, your teenagers, your young children are drinking these drinks. Increases blood pressure, increased platelet aggregation, dehydration, anxiety, cardiac arrhythmia, headaches, nausea, sleep deprivation, fidgeting, increased pain tolerance. That's a problem. Stroke, seizures, bedwetting, dizziness, weight gain, and of course, we already mentioned death. The number one clinical complaint heard by not just my office, but by all doctors: lethargy, low energy, chronic fatigue, or no energy whatsoever. And if you join me at the workshop, March 18th, 6:30 p.m., the Lake Mary Event Center, I will be there teaching 90 minutes on how to generate natural forms of energy so you can feel good physically, mentally. You can be alert throughout the day and know that you're not reliant, you're not dependent upon artificial stimulation. Again, if you want to enjoy coffee or other caffeinated beverages, then fine. But if it's a crutch, then there's a problem. And over time, not only will it stop working, but it's going to cause other significant problems like we just mentioned. Again, March 18th, 6:30 p.m., come out and you will learn so much in the way of creating natural energy. I'm going to show you how to avoid the energy lending loan sharks, as I call them. They're loan sharks, these energy drinks, because they're going to call in a massive amount of interest. You're going to have to pay major interest, you're going to have to pay back dividends on what you stole in the way of energy, in the shortcut that your body took. So I'm going to show you how to avoid this stuff. And again, drink, if it's coffee that you drink and you've always relied on like a jolt, that it's more of something that's just enjoyable, something that kind of is a habit, but not something you're using to drive yourself through life and just to stay somewhat functional, to be able to get to work, get through the day, take care of your family, and just do the basics of life. It's almost kind of like having this liquid, life support that people utilize it as. And that's just not healthy. Over 90% of the population drinks coffee. The adult population, you probably throw kids, plenty of kids are drinking it, teenagers now. And not just coffee, but these stimulating beverages. But again, I'm going to show you how to generate massive amounts of natural energy. That's what we're going to be talking about. How to get your body moving in the right direction. So again, what you're going to learn March 18th, 6:30 p.m. at the Lake Mary Event Center. The name of the workshop, Energizing Nutrition and Thyroid Health Workshop. You will know, you're gonna get knowledge as to how to get the body generating natural states of energy. When you wake up in the morning, how do you wake up feeling energized? How does that happen? A lot of people are wondering, well, I don't remember the last time that happened. How does that happen? Well, that's what you're going to be learning at the workshop. How do you get your body to a consistent state of feeling good? And at the foundation of feeling good is energy. That's the currency of life. So that's what you're going to be learning. That's what you need to know. How to get the body balanced, how to get the body generating its own high levels of energy. And it's possible. It's possible. I'm 47 years old. I live my strategies. Okay. I practice what I preach, myself, my family. And, one of my goals, I've been called an older dad. I'm 47 years old. I have a 2-year-old, just turned 2. You have to have energy for a 2-year-old. And not only that, I have a 6-year-old, 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And you need energy for kids. Anybody out there agree? You need energy. And I want to have energy for many reasons. One, I don't want to let them down. I want to play with them. My little girls, they look me in the eyes and they say, Daddy, will you play with me? And I know I got a short window. I know when they're probably 14, 15, 16 years old, they're probably going to stop. They're going to stop saying that one day. and I want to enjoy it. I want to say, you know what? I want to play. Tonight, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock tonight, and they say to me, hey, can we play? Can we run? No. Got to go to bed? Or no. I want to say, yes, let's play a little bit. Let's run around. They want to be chased at that age. I want to play with my kids. And not only that, my son, when he's my age, I'll be well toward my 90s, above 90, over 90, and I want him to be able to enjoy me. And the only way I know that's going to happen is if I have energy, if I have health. At the root, the foundation of health is energy. That's a great sign that you are healthy when you have mental, physical energy. So you're going to learn about that at the workshop. And you want to learn about that. Take 90 minutes of your day, your week, your month, March 18th. Take time, come out, because we all need energy. We need this information on energizing nutrition, energizing health, thyroid health, adrenal health. I'm going to be talking about all of this. How to test for where the real imbalance is in your body, the real cause of the issue. And really, what do you need to do? What are the things that you need to do daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly? What are the things you need to do to generate consistently high levels of energy? What are these things you need to do? And if you're not doing them, then energy doesn't come about by chance. Good physical health, mental, physical health, stamina, endurance, energy doesn't just happen by chance. So one of the things that we always talk about, and I'm what's called a Wellness Way affiliate. We practice the Wellness Way methodologies. And of course, we always say you don't want to test, you want to guess, but more importantly, you want to do the right test so you don't have the doctor who's working with you wrongly guess. So you want to test, not guess. We're going to be talking about how to actually, along with all the other strategies, the health strategies that we're going to talk about on March 18th, 6:30 p.m. at the Lake Mary Event Center at this high energy and thyroid health workshop. We're going to be talking about the right test, how to uncover what's going on in the body in regards to where the imbalance is the cause. Is the thyroid involved, the adrenals involved, the liver involved, the gut involved? What's actually creating the issue, the energy drain? What's draining your bandwidth? Because the natural state of the body is balance, is energy. Just look at kids. They don't have to be energetic. You don't have to douse their body with a bunch of rock star when they get up in the morning. My 2-year-old, he comes running for me and he tackles me right when the door opens. They just have natural abundant energy, and that's the way the body's designed. And I know that's true. I've worked with over 27,000 cases, and I have people in their 80s and their 90s that have that kind of energy, that raw energy. Why? How? How does that happen? Well, we're going to cover those strategies at the workshop. You're going to learn about it. You're going to learn, first off, number one, we already know this, the body is built to express great high energy from cradle to grave for an entire lifetime. So the question is what's blocking it? What's interfering with that natural state of energy? That's already there in your body. What's blocking or interfering with? What's the cause? What's the source? Where is the blockage coming from? So again, everybody wants more energy. Everybody that I meet, they want more energy. And I mean everybody, especially parents, especially if you're like me. 3 kids, some of you guys, 4 kids, a 4th on the way. We have patients who have big families, and you just need a lot of energy to power through the day, through life, especially if you got a big family or you got kids in general. But the problem is that long ago, our foods, and this is a huge thing that we're going to be talking about, our food stopped containing the vital energy, producing the minerals, vitamins, and we're going to talk about these foods, where to get them, where to find them. In other words, the food today, really, a lot of you guys already know this, it's dead. So when you put dead food or fast food in your body, don't expect to experience vibrant health and energy. And it's not only that. Sometimes there are food allergies or gut issues that are the immune system's reacting against even so-called healthy foods. So that's a tricky deal right there. And that's why, again, you want to have the right testing to uncover what your particular needs are, your body's needs are, what's blocking the natural expression of energy production in your body. We're going to talk about that at the workshop. But again, minerals, foods, vitamins, you have to understand these things. But if you are tired and worn out, it can signify a more serious underlying condition, possibly a viral infection in the gut. The immune system's dealing with something. The bandwidth, as I always say, is being drained. You could have inflammation in your organs, your brain, immune system depression, subluxation or irritation, inflammation of the central nerve system and the peripheral nerve system, heart disease, heart failure. If you lack energy, if lack of energy is a concern for you, then make sure you register for the upcoming workshop that I'll be hosting. I'll be delivering. Dr. Dan Yachter of Elevation Health. The workshop is Energizing Nutrition and Thyroid Health, March 18th, 6:30 p.m. at the Lake Mary Event Center. If you want more information, call 407-588-0970, 407-588-0970, or to show up. The workshop is free. You'll meet myself, my team there at the Lake Mary Event Center, March 18th, 6:30 p.m. Energizing Nutrition and Thyroid Health Workshop. You're going to learn why no energy fatigue, low energy is the number one health complaint. Many times it's due to a malfunctioning thyroid. Most of the time it's not. And over 30 million people are currently taking thyroid medications, and almost all of them are misdiagnosed. Or if they've been tested and it shows a thyroid problem, the testing has been incomplete, and they, in my clinical opinion, are getting the wrong thing, the medication. But again, you want to learn more about this so you don't have to continue trying to artificially produce energy. I'm going to show you how to get it naturally. It's been wonderful being with you during the program. Dr. Dan Yachter of Elevation Health. Energizing Nutrition and Thyroid Health Workshop, March 18th, 6:30 p.m. I'll see you there. God bless. Okay, well, thank you, everybody, for watching our Facebook Live broadcast of my radio program. And Holly, Todd, Carrie, Crystal, Greg, Dr. Greg, and Doug, thanks so much for coming on and watching. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off. So got my buddy Ronald Reagan back there, American flag. And, oh, who's that guy? Oh, my goodness. So thanks for coming on, guys, and we'll see you real soon. God bless. And God bless America.